Are you at a crossroads, concerned whether you should be striving for wealth or spirituality in your life? Wealth brings all of this financial rewards and benefits, makes life easier physically. You have a nice car, a house, you're living in a good part of the city, a nice job. Or should you strive for spirituality, where that spirituality is about perhaps renunciation, perhaps it's about this feeling of helping others at the detriment of yourself? Well, why don't you do both? You can do both. The current world provides us the possibilities in order to fulfill both a financial abundance in our lives and to have that spiritual power to be able to share that with others and truly spiritually grow and develop. The power of abundance and spirituality is a natural state of man. It doesn't mean that you have to focus on just money or focus on just spirituality. It gives you the opportunity to do both. But the secret behind all of that, the secret behind spirituality and financial abundance and abundance in other areas of life is about non-attachment. Non-attachment. When you can separate yourself from the outcomes, but still do your best to fulfill on achieving those outcomes, then you have achieved non-attachment. But these outcomes mean expectations of others. It means expectations of yourself and expectations of the outcomes. When you are non-attached, that is, you've separated yourself from the outcome, but at the same time you're doing your best to fulfill on the outcomes, that is where the true power shows up. That is where your true ability to create whatever it is that you need in your life shows up. That power is unique and is human ordained by the source power that each one of us has within us. We are all spiritual beings living this physical experience here on earth. We are here looking at an experience of watching ourselves in some way as if we're observing this matrix of activity on this planet, while at the same time we are these spiritual beings striving to be a benefit, a guiding light, a support, a helper to others. And as we go along this process, we go into roadblocks or we get detours that take us off the path that we believe we need to be on. But that true balance of having that physical power, that physical and financial abundance or comfort or balance, as well as having that spiritual inner balance, are required for a truly fulfilling and balanced life. When your life is focused too much in one area, then you know that there might be something to look at. There might be something that you can work on and improve. What does that mean? Well, look at your life. Where do you spend all your time? Are you spending all of your time at the office, working hard, trying to get the next promotion, and all this money is either growing in your bank account or in your investments, or maybe you're just buying really expensive luxury goods and houses, but it's empty because you don't have the time to really spend time at home or with your family? Or perhaps you've gone to the other extreme where you're extremely spiritual. Spiritual means, well, you've come and you're a yoga teacher, but you barely make your ends meet and you can't even sometimes pay for the yoga studio that you're teaching in. Perhaps you're focused on volunteering at the church that you belong to, but you still have difficulty making ends meet. Find the balance between those two. That's what makes the difference. Life is full of contradictions. Life is full of challenges. Life is full of these experiences where decisions need to be made. And although there is this ongoing trend towards you can't live a balanced life doesn't exist, it's because they're looking at it from the wrong space. When you look at balance, it doesn't mean that you spend 3 hours doing this and 3 hours doing that and 3 hours doing something. It means that you do your best in the present moment without waiting for the outcome to provide the feedback to you that you've done a good job. In fact, you know within already yourself that you are doing your best, that you've put all of your attention and energy into it. And by doing so, and you feel the inner wisdom communicating to you that, hey, you've done a good job, you've done your best, that's all that counts. We've been brought up waiting to get the feedback from our caregivers, from our parents, from those adults that were around us as children. And if they gave us the rubber stamp, even if it was something that inwardly we felt was unacceptable or that didn't feel right, we made up the story that it was okay because we were waiting for our caregivers to provide that feedback. But as children, we're living in this lower brainwave region of the alpha state. We are in the alpha state as children where we accept what authority provides us as information. If authority provides us some clarity about a specific act, we don't question it. We don't actually question things until we're about 11, 12 years of age. So until then, we believe everything our caregivers, our parents tell us. Believing what our caregivers and parents tell us when we're in this state of mind, this alpha state of mind, where our brainwave frequency is around 7 hertz per second, our childhood, the time that we're growing up until we're about, until about 12 years of age, we don't question things. We don't really question things until we become a true teen, around that 13, 14 years of age, when we start to move out of that alpha brainwave activity and into beta, into about an average of 21 hertz per second. And in that brainwave frequency, we are more focused on this physical fundamental world. Before that, we are in spirit. When we are in alpha, we are in spirit. And we are more aligned with that cosmic source intelligence. And as we move out of that, we become distracted by what happens in this physical world. So look at your life. Are you being distracted by this physical outer world to give you the feedback? Are you expecting this physical world full of its contradictions and insecurities to provide you with the information and the feedback that you're doing a good job? Or are you able to turn within, look at yourself and understand internally that, hey, no, I'm doing the right thing. I feel that I am aligned with Source. And when you are aligned with Source, you will feel that safety, that security, and that inner power. After all, transformation comes from in to out. It is a reflection of spirit that is within you that is being displayed, mirrored outside of you. And that's what people connect with. That's what people see. That's what the law of attraction and abundance is. This is an inner out world when you focus on spirit. This is Stephen Dobos, and if you ever want to join us for one of our introductions to the Silva Method, introductions to how the mind works, then search for us on silvamethod.ca, silvamethod.ca, and sign up for an experience, the Silva Method. Sign up for how your mind works, a free introduction, so you get a chance to really get a clarity as to, hey, what can I do to create a new life for myself?
If you would like to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel below. Once again, my name is Stephen Dobos, and you can download a free centering exercise. The information is in the description box below.